Hey guys, Techie Messi here, and I'm just here to show you how to use Panzoid.
So I had to stay.
I might not go into all the technical stuff because I'm just here to show you how to use it, and also I'm also gonna show how to create. I'm also gonna create an intro. I'm not gonna show how. I might show how I'm gonna create it, but I'm gonna create an intro for a friend. So this is how it's gonna look like when you first get in. You go in Panzoid.com, and then you click Clip Maker 2. So over here are things that people made, and you can upload your creations here. You can load the file if you actually have the proper file type. You can save your project, and you can create a new project. So let's say I had this opened up. I already had this project here I was working on. I can just delete the whole thing and go new project. And now you click this to see what's everything named. This is your project. These are the basic stuff. So resolution, your frame rate, 60 would be the most preferred, but if you want a fast rendering, I would recommend 30. And then how long you want your video to be. I actually have a specific size. Yep, that should be right. So I would like it 9.49. Yep, 9.5. So yep, that's my length. Now you can choose your scene, which you can have an outdoor scene. You can also have land, but I'm making a kind of Minecraft intro, so I'm going to choose blocks. Boring, but it's more on topic. So this is how it's going to look like. Also, some other tips are that you can press this to basically play your whole intro, and this to see what your camera is seeing. This is to mute the audio whenever playing, and this is to toggle half speed. What the? I'm not sure what toggle half speed is, but if you click this, it'll show you your audio. Right now we have nothing because we're starting literally from scratch. Now over here are the objects you have. So some objects that you can have are shapes, text, model. Model is for people who actually have proper models, like special objects and stuff like that. Lights, which is also another thing. Some people call it sprites as well, which is also known as particles. Light I haven't actually went into, so I'm gonna go through that maybe and find a little bit more about it. Your particles, your group, which you can put objects in and then edit all the objects in the group, and custom object. I never actually seen a custom object. I'm just telling the truth here. So for now, I'm gonna leave that. I'm just gonna go through everything else. FX are your special effects. So these are your filters. This is how you make it look cool. I will go through all this, just maybe not everything, but I will go through some of this to see if it's gonna look good for the video. Here is your camera. Here's your audio, which you need to select, and this is the part where you render and download your video. This is information about recent changes, as you can see, and this is any feedback if you want to give. For now, we're just gonna go straight into it. We already have a background, good. Now we're gonna add an object. So to move around using your mouse, you just use the left button to move at, let's say, sphere mode. There is a name for this. So you can move like this by just using the right mouse button, and move up and down in like a radius mode by using your left mouse button. So to start off, I'm going to use text. To change where the text is, you can use these. So red is for X, green is Y, and blue is basically, let's say, depth, or Z, according to the alphabet. Now I'm just going to put the channel name in. I'm going to choose a font. I'll be right back when I find my font. Yep, I found a good font. Now, after that, the height, you can just change like that. Thickness is basically your depth. And then bevel is what I'm guessing bevel does is basically it bolds the text for you, which is actually quite useful, so you don't have to use anything like Control B. And then detail is how much detail you want it basically. And after that, your bevel size is basically the same as everything else. Whereas in bevel, you can actually change the thickness of the text and how much you scale it. Center point, we'll look into that later. Let's actually see what it does by clicking on some numbers. Okay, I have no idea. Oh, I see what it does. It just moves the text around according to this. So wherever this is, it might be on the bottom of it. Just stick with center if you want to keep it simple. What center point basically does, it moves it around this little dot thing, this little square. So when you select the square, you can move it around like that. So that's what center point does. Now, I'm gonna keep it at center. I don't want to go I don't want to be really technical with this. And then rotation is basically your rotation up and down. And then, as you can see, I'm moving around by just moving my mouse side to side. I'm changing the scale and everything. Now what I want is that my text is right. Back. No, wrong. Yep, something like that. So this is how I want it to be. So it's going to say something like redstone. Now I'm going to make my text a little bit bigger, changing the height. I'm planning to move it around a little bit more. This is for a friend, so you can play around and try and make it different to a Minecraft intro. So it's going to say redstone, and then below it it's going to say dragon. There we go. So as you can see, it says redstone. I'm going to duplicate this after changing redstone red. So this is basically your color. There are actually quite some details you can put into it, but I'm going to stick with the single color and go red for now. I might change it later on when I feel like it. And what scaling does, it moves it around. It basically moves your text and stretches it like you would for an image. Now I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to rename it to dragon. Move redstone up. Dragon goes up. Goes forward. Oops. Goes forward a little. This is our text, redstone dragon. I just want to see how it looks from one side. Looks way better from here. And now I'm going to add something called a group. What a group basically does, you can put text inside it. So how it works, you drag and, so I click with this object, I drag and hold, move it in group. And then you can name your group, so select group, name it. Channel name. Okay. Now you can turn it on and off. So I'm going to keep this normal. Now you can move it around like the advantages of having a group, you can move it around all at once, all this at once, because you can actually select select multiple text at once. Let me just switch this rotation. I don't think I can actually edit the whole thing because it's selected as multiple objects. Yep, there we go. The difference between group and normal text is that you don't actually have the thing, so you'll have to edit it using this. Has its disadvantages, but has its advantages. Nonetheless, it's really useful. So, back to our little intro. Now we have our name, Redstone Dragon. And now if you click here, our camera is literally on the other side of the screen. So we'll go to special effects near the end, or in the middle after we fix our camera. Now if you look, my camera's all the way here. So I'll zoom out a little by using the scroll. It's all the way here, where nobody wants it to be. So there's either two things you can do. Move your camera here, by using that little square in the middle, and then rotating your camera. Okay? Yep, that's it. And see how your camera looks? Like the look, keep it. But instead, I'm gonna stick it here. I'm gonna try something you can do with everything in Panzoid. So what makes Panzoid stand out? What makes it so special and easy that no other software actually does? It's not this, because it's actually harder than it looks, what I'm doing right now. It's the ability to move stuff around into a specific position without having to have a pane. Let me explain. So what you basically do, I move this little thing, which is my video. I can move it around to this part of the video. Then I click this plus button and this. Then what it will do, it will change my camera to this specific position. Whenever my scroll is here, it'll edit it. So right now I'm gonna have to bring this all the way here. Now, I'll go in my camera mode, see how it looks. That's what makes Panzoid Panzoid. That's what makes it really good. So you can change how it moves. I like the rotation thing. Cube in. Let's see how it looks. So what we're missing in this video is basically our audio. So I'm going to keep this custom because I already changed the audio myself. Now I'm going to find the audio in my drive. Open it. Okay, as you can see, or hear, the audio is actually quite fine. So I'm keeping it custom because I already changed it myself in a special editor. Let me close this. So now that we're here, I want to add more stuff. So now we've done our camera, it's fixed. There were some other things I want to mention as well. During the video, you see there's literally a plus button everywhere. You can move the text, you can move everything. You can even change the color. Even the color can change during your video. A color that you could choose is maroon-ish. It's a bit too choose this. There we go. More of a demonic look to it. And then this is where the drop off is happening, so I'm just gonna go somewhere else. And now we're gonna go to our special effects. And we'll look at a specific special effect I want to try, which is called, let me just find it, sorry. I think it's called the wavy. Yeah, wavy, most likely wavy. So we're gonna see what, I'm gonna press this. So for now, wavy's gonna be off. And then when this happens, wavy's gonna turn on. So what I'm gonna do here, wavy's gonna be on. And then the amount of waviness we're gonna change as well. And we'll see how it looks. Wait. Oh, whoops. Also, when you change something here, it's gonna change for the rest of the video. So make sure to change it later on. You will notice these by default. The only disadvantage wavy has is that time needs to, you also have to add time. I take that back. Maybe this isn't the one what I'm searching for, but that's fine. I'm just gonna delete this whole thing. I remember it has a specific name. It's called, not fisheye. I'll come back to you. Yep, found it. So what it is called, it's called pulse. Sorry, I made this before, but I just keep on forgetting. So I'm gonna keep that there. I want pulse to be completely off, only to turn on at this point. So add this, turn on. I think I did something wrong here. Keep to 0. Okay, yep, that's what I wanted. .77. Yep, there we go. Sorry, this may take more time than expected. Okay, yep, that's pulse. Now, there are a bunch of other effects I'm going to add in by myself. I'm not going to show it to you guys because so far I bored you enough. Now, we're going to look into this. You have an option of 2D. 3D is obviously what you would expect for a Minecraft intro. There are advanced settings for shake, but I can't go into that right now. But what I am going to do, I'm going to add a little shaky thing here. Okay, that's a bit too much. Yep. Why are these shaky things really intense? Okay, that looks fine. That looks fine. Even though it looks like I'm a mental kid. 0.00, let's say 1. Yep. Shake speed, I would recommend to change that by adding the plus button and then changing shake speed. And here, shake speed should just stay 30. But if I did something here like change my shake speed to 40, the shake would stay normal. then it'll shake more and more and more until it reaches that point. Delete this, delete this. Now, so you can add other effects as you want, and I'm just gonna edit this myself off camera. I'm gonna quickly show you what I used and anything else I included, and see you guys then. I just added a little bit of things. Sorry, I'm back. Yep. I didn't really add much, but I just added some things you could try. So what I did basically, I played around, which is what you're supposed to do. So you can add objects. I added a sprite. I didn't feel like adding a wire at the moment, so this is something you could start with. And to make your sprite cool, you can just click the randomize button. It'll give you all these options. Play around with it. Be awesome. Now, as you can see, I played around with the options myself, and this is all I got so far. Yep, so that was it. Now the pulse, I added 2 pulses, one here, one here. I also added, what was it called? So these are particle effects. I had to play around with them to understand them more. But something else, I forgot what it was. Yep, the camera, I used special shake effects so that it could shake more in the middle. And yeah, this is a quick intro to what Panzoid is like. It changes all the time. That's why I wasn't fully prepared for this video, because Panzoid gets better every day. Yeah, so this is the end of my video, and right back, just joking. The video didn't end here. There was some things I had to show you quickly. So if you go basics, I got my 30 FPS. I can make it any kind of K I want. And then after that, 2 things I forgot to mention. How do you save your project? You just click save. Then you can download your project file. A new window should open, talking about your allowing you to download it. After that, you can continue editing. To download your video, after that your rendering should be finished, so you'll be able to download your video. Click here, and it should download and you're done.